work in astrophysics and several breakthroughs in the knowledge of the universe, most notably on black holes. He married twice and had 3 kids afterwards. Amazing. Stephen Hawking is undoubtedly one of the world's greatest geniuses. He travels the world with prizes in speaking. Listen to him.
Good evening. Very special program tonight. Stephen Hawking is a theoretical physicist. He was the Lucasian Professor of Mathematics at the University of Cambridge for 30 years. He's the 2009 recipient of the Presidential Medal of Freedom and co-author of a brilliant and controversial new book, The Grand Design. And we welcome him back to Larry King Live. We have a series of questions planned. Let's get right to it. Stephen, why is it important to find the grand design of our universe?
I believe everyone should have a broad picture of how the universe operates and our place in it. It is a basic human desire, and it also puts our other worries in perspective.
You say that science can explain the universe without the need for a creator. Well, what is that explanation? Why is there something instead of nothing?
Gravity and quantum theory cause universes to be created spontaneously out of nothing.
You write that because there is a law such as gravity, the universe can and will create itself from nothing. Will you tell me how that law came into existence?
Gravity is a consequence of M theory, which is the only possible unified theory. It is like saying, why is 2 plus 2 4?
Well, I guess simply put, do you believe in God?
God may exist, but science can explain the universe without the need for a creator.
So he may exist. I'll pick up.
Thank you that he may exist. Okay, so Stephen Hawking says that the universe could create itself from absolutely nothing. He's not the only one who says that. This is a common trend in modern cosmology. The Universe from Nothing is a book written by Lawrence Krauss as well. Lawrence Krauss is making his rounds as well as one of the new atheists. He's an American theoretical physicist and cosmologist and foundation professor of the School of Earth Science at Arizona State University. And he argues that the universe came from nothing as well. Let's do some analysis. What is nothing? Nothing. Well, let's talk about nothing. I actually bought a book called Nothing. It's about nothing. It's a whole philosophical background and terminologies. You get into stuff and word games, you can play with it. If I told you I ate nothing for lunch, you won't ask me, oh, how did it taste? If I said I saw nobody in my office yesterday, you say, oh, how tall was he? Well, it's absurd. If nobody means no one, and nothing means nothing. These men, with all their brilliance and intellectual rigor, and can do circles around me in cosmology, are speaking nonsense. They are doing something in logic called equivocation, which is another logical fallacy. What it is you're using subatomic quantum field, which is what they call nothing, which is where everything sprang from, and saying that's nothing. But it's not nothing. The majority of people they're talking to think they mean nothing. That's the title of his book. But that's not what they mean. And I think they're playing word games with that. And that's what they're doing. Maybe it's a marketing tactic, if nothing else. Now, I admire these men's brilliance, but there's a problem there in the issue of being honest of what they mean by nothing. John Lennox is professor of mathematics at the University of Oxford, and he said, what this all goes to show is that nonsense remains nonsense even when talked about by world-famous scientists. Interesting to me, Richard Dawkins is always asking another atheist, who made God? Who made God? And usually they're not looking for an answer. But some are. Some are honestly looking. It's ironic, very ironic to me, that these men will tell you, I do not accept your explanations for that nothing created God, but they will gladly bow their knee to accept that nothing created everything. I find that the height of irony. The height of irony. Okay, I'm going to start wrapping this up so we can get some time for Q&A. Back up here. I'll show you that one a little bit, tell you a little bit about it. When my daughter, Ana Catarina Cosette, was 2 years old, who's now 5, and reminds me always that she's 5. She was 2 years old at the time, and I came home from a long day's work. It was a very long day. It was nice outside, and she was playing outside with Tante Florica, which was one of her, Tante Florica was watching her and other people there with her. And she saw me from a distance. And as I got closer, she picked up her little hands and ran up to me. Da, 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 da. I picked her up and held her close to my chest, her little body. Ladies and gentlemen, honestly, I have learned more about the meaning of life in that one instance than all the philosophy and theological and theoretical books I've ever read. What is the meaning of life? How do you get there? How does atheism account for it? If atheism is true, then Ana Catarina, which let me show her to you. There she is. And Daniel's the little guy over there. That's my family and my father who passed about 6 years ago. My mother and others. Anyway, these people mean a great deal to me. I imagine your families mean a great deal to you too. If atheism is true, I say this without stuttering, these people will live their lives and be gone forever. They are atoms, amino acids, conglomerations of different psychological experiences, nothing more. Nothing more. If atheism is true. And I'm convinced it's not true. There's a lot more to us than the atheist position that says. And I like what Shakespeare said about this. There are more things in heaven and earth, O Horatio, than there are dreamed of in your philosophy. Oh, there are more things in heaven and earth than are dreamed of in your philosophy.